It was a quiet morning in the small town of Emberville, but for Ryan, it was anything but quiet inside his mind. At 23, he had faced a string of failures that seemed to shadow his every step. He dreamed of launching a tech startup that could help local businesses grow online, but every attempt had ended in disappointment. Rejected proposals, failed prototypes, and investors turning him down. Ryan sat by his window, staring at a blank notebook. Each empty page reflected the pressure he felt. He whispered to himself, "Maybe I'm just not cut out for this." But deep inside, a small spark refused to die. He remembered his grandfather's words, "It's not about how many times you fall, Ryan. It's about rising each time." Determined, he decided to step out for a walk. Around him, people hustled through the town square. Some faces were calm, some worried, but every person carried their own story. A street painter caught his attention. Despite worn brushes and faded colors, the artist painted with passion. Seeing the painter's persistence ignited a flicker of hope in Ryan's heart. Returning home, he opened his laptop and revisited his ideas. He didn't start from scratch. He refined, researched, and brainstormed new ways to approach his startup. For the first time in months, he felt purpose stirring again. Every failure was no longer a weight, it was a lesson. He whispered to himself, "I will rise, I will try again, and I will succeed, no matter how long it takes." The next day, Ryan approached a local microfinance office, hoping to secure a small loan. Walking in, his heart raced, half with fear, half with hope. A stern-looking officer, Mrs. Carter, glanced at his papers. "Your plan is ambitious," she said, raising an eyebrow, "but why do you think you can succeed where others have failed?" Ryan took a deep breath. He explained how his tech startup could empower local shops, how each previous mistake had strengthened him, and how persistence mattered more than perfection. Mrs. Carter listened carefully, nodding occasionally, frowning at times, weighing his determination. After a long pause, she finally said, "I'll give you a chance, but remember, it won't be easy. Are you ready for that?" "I'm ready," Ryan replied, steady despite the nervous flutter in his chest. And so the first real step toward his dream began. The weeks that followed were grueling. Ryan spent long hours coding, designing, negotiating, and troubleshooting every obstacle. When the servers crashed or when suppliers delayed deliveries, he felt the urge to quit. But he remembered the street painter, how passion persisted despite imperfection. He whispered to himself, "One step at a time, keep going, keep building." Finally, after weeks of relentless effort, Ryan launched his startup. The first clients trickled in slowly, but each smile, each thank you made the struggle worthwhile. Watching his ideas come to life, Ryan realized that failure wasn't the end, it was the beginning of learning and growth. As he closed his laptop that night, exhausted but fulfilled, he understood the greatest lesson. Success is a journey, not a destination. It's built on perseverance, resilience, and the courage to rise each time you fall. And in the quiet of his room, Ryan made a silent promise. No matter the obstacles, no matter the failures, I will keep moving forward. I will build, I will inspire, and I will succeed.